Or they'll have vacant cars parked out there with, what do you call it, dash cameras, so that it can get footage. Okay, it's less visible that way. It's more subtle, is what I mean to say. The monitoring is more subtle in that way. You'll notice that these cars will either have no license plate, they'll have expired license plate, they'll have out of state tags, and then they'll have new license plate tags. You know, the paper ones. They'll get close so that they can access your router and your Wi-Fi. Okay, so they can get your IP address as well as to commit fraud. That's what Spirit just told me. IP address to commit fraud, as well as to access your browsing. Okay. History. There's vandalism. There is hiring witch doctors and spiritual practitioners to do spell work around the clock, send it towards your home, your health, your money, your finances, your employment, your business, okay, partnerships, opportunities, family and friends, even loved ones, employment, if I didn't say that before. As far as social media, you'll find that you'll get inundated with a whole bunch of requests. And you're probably like, okay, that's commonplace. But you'll notice that there will be a lot of requests, profile requests, where it's apparent that profile is like a phantom profile, or what do you call it? Like a burner profile. You know, there's not that much information on there. It's probably like one picture on there, and it looks mad suspect. Okay. You'll get inserting listening devices, cameras while you are away from home, so that can look like while you're on vacation. And you'll probably say, hey, I got a Ring camera. Well, they have hackers on payroll too. Okay. And the Ring cameras and the footage, more specifically, can be hacked. They'll also use ways where paying others to infiltrate your social circle. So they'll pay others to befriend you, to gain information. So similar to honey trap, but from a friendship perspective, okay? Because a friendship perspective tends to be less threatening. However, the end goal is still the same: to study you, to observe you, to take whatever information or data experience through your interaction and to give it to the group or the handler, okay? There is smear and slander campaigns, character assassinations. There is mail tampering. There's radiation and sensitization. I couple that with direct energy weapons. Okay, these are military grade weapons. I'll probably speak about that in a later video. Verbal insults, gaslighting, stalling or turning off your internet connection, messing with your electrical wires, as well as your plumbing, poisoning pets, poisoning your food. You're probably like, how the fuck do they poison your food? Well, direct access. Remember, cleaning lady, cleaning woman, maintenance man that needs to work up a ticket. Let it be an emergency. They can already gain access to your home. Remember, family and friends, those who have direct access to your home, or if they happen to be a service person, okay? Or through Uber Eats and DoorDash. So be mindful. The next are HVAC systems, as well as noise intimidation. Noise intimidation, what that can look like: drones constantly flying around your space, apartment, as well as you constantly hearing helicopters around your neighborhood, especially if it's not commonplace. Now, what would be commonplace is if you live close to a hospital. But if you don't, and you're not accustomed to hearing that many helicopters, and all of a sudden you're hearing it every day, okay? That's something to look out for. Revving engines loudly. That's another thing that I like to do as part of noise intimidation campaign. Well, they'll take cars or they'll take motorcycles, rev it up really, really loud and then take off. And then they'll continue to do that, driving back and forth within a short period of time. Okay. And another thing is with the cars. I don't know if I mentioned this before, where the DoorDash, not the DoorDash, but the dash camera to gain footage of you. But these cars, generally, they have no license plates or expired tags, expired license plates, out of state tags, or it would be, what's the other one? The new ones, when you first buy a new car, you'll find that they have those. Okay. That's commonplace, especially with the cars being parked outside of your home or people who are parked in front of your home outside of, in their car outside of your home. Last thing is they like to employ children. And you're probably like, what do you mean employ children? Well, they do it for a couple of reasons. One is because to pull at your heartstrings, so that in the event if they were to get caught doing something illegal, you'd probably let it slide, or you wouldn't go as hard as you would an adult. And then the second reason is if they were to get caught by the authorities, okay, that their consequences isn't going to be as heavy as an adult committing that same crime, especially if it has to do with like stealing or something. Okay. So that wraps up my video. I know it was long, but it was important and needed. If you would like to have me draw up a list, have something tangible, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. Other than that, feel free to comment, like, share, and follow. And until the next video, I'm out.